I remember a lot of times when me and my friends sat for drinks. We would talk about business ideas and we'll be like, this idea can help a lot of people. By the next day, we all would just go back to a 9 to 5 job and continue. Just like that. As if those ideas never emerged. I guess we all were scared back then to take that decision. And who wants to take risk when it comes to money, right? My thought process got rewired when I read this major tweet storm by an angel investor, Naval Ravikant, co-founder of AngelList and a man who has fueled major tech companies like Twitter, Uber, Stack Overflow and many more. And in this video, we'll discuss the topic of wealth creation. In his tweet storm, Naval mentions seek wealth, not money or status. Well, to decipher it, we chase money when we should be chasing wealth. Wealth is something that works while you sleep and makes money for you. It can be that piece of code that you have written to serve your customers, it can be that piece of land you rent, it can be your investment that grow over time. All of these are different forms of wealth. The reason why we need wealth is simple. Wealth provides us the freedom to go for that world too, the freedom to enjoy our day peacefully, the freedom to live happily, the freedom to decide the pace of your life. So, if wealth is financial freedom, what is money? Before asking this question to yourself, think why someone pays you money. The answer to this is pretty simple. For the service you provide to them. In simple terms, when you provide people with your service and they owe you, they pay off their debt in form of money. What costs you $10 today can cost you $100 tomorrow, as the government is printing more and more money every day. And the money you earn in your 9 to 5 job is something you get paid for devoting your time and expertise. You are not actually building wealth for yourself. But when it comes to wealth, wealth is something that holds value to society. And you will be rewarded based on how much value you provided to them. So if you provide more value, more wealth will be created for you. Okay, so what is this value we keep talking about? Well, let's take an example. Suppose you started your business as a chef. Soon you found out that people loved your food. And later you started your online course as cooking for beginners and people loved it. Then you started doing live webinars, you wrote a book about it, and as you kept moving forward, you built multiple sources of income for yourself. So now, the value you provide is generating wealth for you. While you sleep, someone is buying your course and learning from it. This way, you are providing value to people, and as you keep providing more value, more people are rewarding you for that. Apart from wealth and money, people are also focused on one more thing: status. Status is a game of social hierarchy that people play to have some recognition. Status has no direct relationship with wealth and money. And many people also have a misconception that money and status goes hand in hand. Well, think of it. Last year your neighbor purchased a Mercedes. Everyone congratulated him for that. Now he's a symbol of luxury and richness in your society, which makes you feel left out. So, the next day, you went and purchased a Ferrari, and people praised you for it. Now people are comparing both of you, saying you are richer. But as a matter of fact, you went to buy that car just because you wanted that social approval from people about your richness. Instead, you could have invested that money in some equity or maybe started a new source of income. But you chose to prove your status. So, as a long-term game, you chose status over wealth. Talking about games, Naval also mentions games that people play in real life to attain wealth, money and status. People majorly play two games. One, the wealth game, a positive sum game, and a status game, a zero sum game. Wealth games are games where everyone wins and creates wealth. By creating wealth, people create more value to others. And if more people create value for others, more people get rewarded and in turn, more wealth is generated. But when it comes to status games are quite different. Status games revolve around the concept of winner and loser. For someone to be at a higher status, someone has to step down. For you to emerge victorious, someone has to fail in order to create that space. This creates a zero-sum game. It's always better to stay away from zero-sum games. You need to understand that in this world, there are people who play the status games. It's always better to stay away from those people. Instead, focus on wealth creation and asset building. In the next video, we'll talk about the steps involved in wealth creation. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing ideas like these. Do let us know in the comments which topic would you like to discuss in the upcoming videos.